Hello and welcome to another video. My name is Hannah and this is the place where I watch basically whatever I want. And we are back with part 2 of the MAXIDENT Stray Kids MAXIDENT listen. Now during the filming of this it has gotten much darker outside, so I hope you understand. My lighting that I have now basically makes it a lot better, but I think you can still see when it's not completely bright outside. So yeah, that's all I wanted to say. But we are going to start us off and we are going to continue with our listen. So now we only have the unit tracks to go. We have 3RACHA up first, then we have Taste, and lastly, Can't Stop. I'm very excited for all of these. I think that they're going to be some of my favorite unit tracks of all time. I have very high expectations for these, as you can probably hear, and just because of what we got from those unit unveils, I am really excited. But we're starting off with 3RACHA, and I am very excited because I think this will be our diss track, our just classical rap, just very much of a I'm better than you kind of song, and I'm very excited for it. I think it's gonna sound great. I think they're gonna just spit. And I've heard a couple of parts of this, not much. I think this is the one I've heard the most from. Not much at all, but still quite a bit, in that I have been listening to it and I didn't realize that it was this song. I thought maybe sometimes I've been oh, is it a new, is it another song, because they've been releasing some 3RACHA tracks recently. So I've just been oh, maybe it's not actually 3RACHA, but then I noticed what the song it was, so I was nope, click out. But I've heard a bunch of the shut ups, that's for sure. I know that they all independently say shut up, and I'm very excited to hear every single one of them say that. But without further ado, let's go ahead and hear them spit. Let's go into 3RACHA, our next song on this album. Let's go. Ding! It's like a slash coin flip. This feels like 3RACHA, you know, this is just straight up 3RACHA. I'm talking 2017 3RACHA, you know, it's very much that vibe. Including that little shing, you know? I feel like they had that a lot in their past tracks, you know? Ooh, okay, let's go. I wonder where we're starting up. Is it Chungmin's part? Yeah. Prime time. Biggest headline. Now, of course, I've heard quite a bit of this. We didn't hear Han's part. We didn't hear, I think, Chan's full part, I believe. But we heard quite a bit of this. I think it was most of Chungmin's rap part. It might be some more that we missed. But I think a lot of it is going to be what we've heard previously. So if you want to see that, then go into my long unit unveils reaction. I'm sure you can find that pretty easily. It wasn't too long ago. Oh, what a flow! He just has, he's one of my favorite rappers of all time. You guys know this. If you listen to me speak, you know he's one of my favorites. Just the way he goes you know, all of that is always just he's just throwing words at you, and it sounds so good, every single time. I am, oh my god. Oh my god! And again, if you know this, you know that a lot of it sounds like some parts of Passion, which if you don't know me, I love Passion. I love Passion so much. It's one of my favorite stages they've ever done as Stray Kids. So I love that there's some inspiration from that. Obviously, it never got released as a full track, so, you know, I'm very happy about that. Oh my god. Ooh! like it's just like that, like it's that song, you know, like that shut up is so aggressive and I love it. Circus! You're famous! Oh my god. I will! Like this is just like oh god, why did I forget what it's called? This is like We Go times 100, you know? Like I love We Go. We Go is a great track. We Go is amazing, just like in a lot of ways. But like this is just a times 10 because there's much more aggressive in this one, and they're just like, you are worse than me because you do not work as hard. That's it. And I really like that about them, is that they're not dissing people just to diss them. They obviously have reasons to do it, and it just makes it much more impactful, at least for me, you know? Ooh. You do. Ooh. Oh. Oh. He's peak British. Like, I know, like, he's not even British, and yet he has some of the most British accents when he raps. Like, it's insane. Like, anytime he goes into it and he starts rapping, he just, like, that Britishness turns up. Like, sometimes he has, like, a little bit of it in his speaking voice, but, like, his rapping is just that. Like, he just goes, shut up. Like, really, it's, like, very much that way. And, like, I know that some people are going to be like, oh, it's because, like, Chris and, like, you know, Chris and Felix, and they have, like, influenced him that way. But I just think he watches so much Harry Potter. That's just what happens, you know? You tell him, babe. I love whenever he does that. Oh, and like it didn't catch as much, but it like completely cuts off after every single one of those. Like it like entirely cuts off, and I didn't think that happened. But like it's just like silence. That's really cool. That's so cool. Oh my god, I was waiting for that. Let's go. Let's go. My boy spitting facts and locked and loaded. He didn't watch out for the brothers. Must have perfect trio by my butt. Must be kids and make your music. Pull out the shivs, chopping up sounds faster than lightning. Pull out the shivs. Who are you gonna be shanking? Who are you stabbing? I love that he said shivs. I was gonna say this earlier, but if any of them start rapping in English, I'm obviously gonna be much better at picking it up because like I'll understand all the word plays and everything because I'm actually an English speaker. You know, I haven't gone into all the Korean puns and all the Korean wordplay they do, which there's a lot of people who actually know Korean, of course, who can give that to you and actually make that make sense. But I just love when they rap in English, man. Like they just have such a nice thing going on, even in that, you know, like it's great. I've heard this so many times. Oh. Corpse. They've been in the corpse since 17. Oh. Oh, this is just peak, like, oh my god, I can't. You are. Just breathe. I love that there's so much English rapping in this, because I know all the aunties out there who are just, like, English speakers are gonna be shaking in their boots after this. Like, shaking. They're gonna be shaking after this. I also love that that's later, but I love that they mentioned how much copyrighted music they have, because he's number 10. China's number 10 out of all K-pop idols that are currently working. It's crazy. I am so impressed. Oh, that little drag in the voice. He did that for us. Ever since he did that on Be Live, I've been like, I literally follow an account on Twitter that someone just tweets that clip of him saying, "Why you mad, bruh?" every day. He did that for me. Shut up! Woo! They're just doing it all over again now. Oh my god. Woo! I love that they included that. I love it. I keep telling you guys, I love that they included Passion clips and like the stuff from Passion, because I love that performance so much. But I love at the end, like, this also is a very traditionally Korean in a lot of ways instrumental, and I really appreciated that too, because like they're like showing off their roots, I guess, a little bit, and I think that's really cool. I just hit myself. I'm so sorry. Oh my god, I can't. Let's go. And ending that with that little shing sound again. That might be the shivs coming out. But yeah, God, that was like the longest one I did. That was like on the cusp of hitting 10 minutes of recording time. I'm so sorry. I just felt like there was a lot of things that I needed to talk about there. But that was 3RACHA by 3RACHA. Produced by 3RACHA. Written by 3RACHA. Arranged by 3RACHA. I feel like I just love that meme, because like it's very much true. Like it's just all of them, you know? But wow, that was really, really cool. I just really like what they did with the track. I was kind of a little bit nervous, like I said, about it being a little too much for me, but it was just hitting every single thing that I needed. Aggressiveness, that just rightful bragging, I guess I should say, and a lot of it was just right there for me. Like, I really enjoyed all of this, and I think it was great. But let's continue, because I don't have much time to film. I'm actually almost at the cusp of when I need to be relaxing and like doing other stuff. So I am going to continue on right away, because we still have two tracks to go. But let's go into the longest song on this album. We are getting into Taste, and let me tell you, I'm so nervous for this. Like, I genuinely, when I realized that I would be listening to this on camera, I was like shaking my boots a little bit. It's like very much feels like when Red Lights was just released, because I just gotten on camera. I just become a YouTuber. I barely, like, I had no subscribers at the time. I didn't even make I didn't even make money off of my videos. And now I've like grown so much. It's been over a year. And we'll have to see how I react to this now. But yeah, I'll just continue to talk more in the next part. So let's move on to Taste. Let's go. Alright, are we ready to have a little taste? A little snack? I don't think so. I have a lot of things I want to talk about. First of all, my friend really likes this song. And in fact, they have been like screaming at me, being like, you need to listen to this. You need to experience this, because I feel lonely not having you have heard this too. And now I'm here to experience it, but there was a lot of things that she warned me about, including that there's a little cool, I guess you'd say, a little interesting background vocals on this. I am very scared to hear it. Because the first time I listened to Red Lights, I didn't even notice any of the like really intense breathing that was happening. So if it's gonna be like really noticeable for me, it's gonna be a lot on my health. But that was the first point. And the second point that I forgot to mention in the actual Unveil track listen is that this has a lot of like religious trauma vibes. Like, I know it's a lot to say, but this feels very much written by people who were kind of screwed over by the church, in the sense that they felt weird having their emotions, especially ones that were more sensual emotions. And I think that is going to be kind of what we're getting into, and that is a little scary to me because I love Catholic guilt music, I guess you'll say. With the organs that were going on, it definitely felt like a church, more a church organ, you know, and I think it's going to be a vibe. At least I think so. I think it's going to be a very, very enjoyable song. But let's dive into taste and experience this for the first time. I think I was looking forward to this the most because I'm such a big Red Lights fan. It was my most listened to song of 2021. So I am really excited to see what is going to be their next step in their, I guess you could say, whole catalog of their music. You know, like their more sensual, sexy songs. So, without further ado, let's dive into Taste by Dance Racha. Lino, Hyunjin, Felix. Let's go. Alright. Ding! This is just R&B. This feels like every Bryson Tiller, every other R&B artist. I don't know many R&B artists, but like every single like song starts like this. This is gonna be included in every single sexy edit ever. Like after this, like I'm just feeling it. You know, I can tell. I need my tea. Hold on. Yeah, this is just R&B, guys. I wish I had headphones to do this, but I don't. Oh my god. This is just Stray Kids' R&B era, is it not? Oh my. I feel like every time I stare into the camera, I look really scared because my eyes turn really big, so I'm so sorry. But this is gonna turn into the only you can get me part. I'm just ignoring the lyrics at this point. His voice is so soothing. That's what I love about Dance Racha, is all of them technically are rappers and vocalists at the same time. Like, all of them are, I would say, very multi-talented in both singing and rapping too. So, like, I just love the way that you never know what's going to happen in these songs. Are they going to sing? Are they going to mainly rap? Are they going to mainly sing? Yeah. Like, what is each member going to be doing? Because you don't know going into it. And that's what really is fascinating to me. Like, I love having a little bit of a surprise in this. And 3 minutes left. We shall get into this. My friend told me that this is like really, this felt really fast to them, but me, it feels really slow. Like, I hear every single second very clearly. Oh, the falsetto. It's so R&B. I can't handle it. I'm gonna listen to this till I die. This is my song. I'm claiming it now. I don't care. Usually, I'm not one that's like really, really vocal about loving Dance Racha songs. Like, sure, I love WoW a lot. It's one of the songs that got me into Stray Kids almost. But I'm not very vocal about it. But god damn, I feel every second of this. Let me go back to Lino's crazy voice there. It's so soothing. I love it. Like, his voice is just like... Shit. Let's go. I love this song so much, though, the parts I've heard in the middle track. Let's go. She can documentation me now. Better watch out. Oh. Like, you hear what I mean. That is a church organ. This is like peak what I think of when I think of Catholic guilt music, in the sense of being like really aware of your own sensual feelings and really hating it because you were taught that it was not right. And I think all these boys are Catholic or just Christian, or at least like not Lino, but he's just like in for the ride, I think. But Hyunjin and Felix definitely do have some of that, and like for me, the church organ really brings in that vibe. It's like Taemin's music. If you know Taemin, I love Taemin, but it's like Taemin's music, you know. He starts it off with it. Shit, I love the sound. Let's try it up. Let's go. And I love the way he twangs his voice there at the end. I said it in the actual unveiled action, but I love how he goes like, you. And I know it can be because he is not as like well-rounded in English, but I also love it just from like a listening place. Like it actually sounds really good. Oh. Oh, it's so good. It fits perfectly with 3RACHA's. No, it fits perfectly with JamesWatch's vibe. I don't even want to watch any album reactions myself now. That is too much. Kiss me or leave me, or hate me. I mean, kiss me or hate me. Oh no, he did say that. Kiss me or leave me. And then Hyunjin, I think that was Hyunjin, whispering "kiss me" as a background vocal. What are you? They're just playing around with my heart at this point. Wow. They're just full out going at this point. He keeps going like, you know, like he's really straining his voice here. I love it. He's really intense, like super intense. I love it. I keep making a lot of noises. I'm sorry. Oh my god. That's so high. Honestly, the chorus is my favorite part. Set a bow on it. I love the chorus of this. It's like, it's exactly what I need. Oh my god. Let's go. Oh, I love the way Lino does it is probably my favorite. Not to diss Felix, but it sounds so good. I should really not be singing because of my throat, but I just keep doing it because, God, this song is everything. And the way they keep going, ah, in the back, oh my god. Also, we all know that was Felix, actually. If you didn't know it yourself, that was actually Felix singing, because he talked about it. That was him then. That's Felix. It's just R&B. the way it keeps dragging out that little ding. Wow. Oh my god, that was Taste. I'm so happy I finally listened to it. Like, I've been dying to, actually. I've been, like, really, really wanting to get into this song, because I just knew that it was gonna be exactly what I needed from a Skiz Ho song, and they completely delivered. I just, like, every single part of it was exactly what I needed. I love the instrumental, first of all, of course. That's probably my favorite thing of the song, even though, like, the vocals and rapping are amazing. The way that it sounds is just exactly what I need. I love it. Like, it's definitely my favorite part of the song. I love the instrumental. But all of the different singing parts and rapping, too, are so good. I like the verses a lot too, of course, but the chorus just hits right. And I really, really love it. Wow. This is just such a positive reaction and review. I think you can already know what's going to happen. Unless Can't Stop is really not my vibe, this is definitely going to be one of my favorite albums of the entire year. 100%. But that's just what happens because it's Stray Kids. But let's go into our last song. Let's go into Can't Stop by Vocal Racha. I keep wanting to call them Sing Racha, but that's not right. We're going into Vocal Racha last, and both of these guys are ults of mine, so I'm very excited to hear the full potential. And I really like this song, actually. I love the rock of it, and the more, like, it's more of a pop rock, and I think it's going to be really enjoyable. So, without further ado, let's try and short this up a little bit, and let's finally dive into the last song. Let's go into Can't Stop. Let's get it. Alright guys, we are finally on to our last song. If you've been watching so far, thank you for staying till the end. If you've just skipped around, then that's fine too. I'm also guilty of that. But let us dive into our last song. Let's go into Can't Stop. Now, again, if you watched my triple unveil to these units reaction, then you know that, like, I definitely had a strong reaction to the first two, but the last one I was a little more mellow about, but it's only because this song is more of a inside liking. Like, I'm not going to be just, like, screaming and, like, throwing my body parts around to this song. I feel like it's mostly just going to be a very enjoyable experience because I'm going to listen to it, and I'm just going to have a nice time. You know, I'm not going to be screaming and crying. At least I think so. But I'm just really excited for some good vocals, and hopefully we'll get some Ian and Sungbin singing. And also, I forget to mention this in the beginning. I was going to say this. But if you guys want me to react to the actual unit performances, I know I watched it in real track, but from my understanding, they did perform these whole songs. At least I think so. So if you guys want me to see that, then either send me some nice cams, some nice fan cams of it, or I'll search them up myself, but just let me know if you'd like to see it. But without further ado, let's go into our last song and see what this is like. So, let's go into Can't Stop, our last track of this. I know they also have the Korean version of Circus, but I'm personally not including it because I already know what Circus sounds like, and I want to have at least something a little fun for myself. I think so. So, let's go into Can't Stop, and I can't read the Korean title. So, let's go. Alright. Ding! Ooh! That's a little intense, okay. And it just immediately kicks in and it's super sweet. Like, it's just like, wah, 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 and then it's just like, da, 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 da. That's lovely. I was just like, ooh, are we getting, like, intensity? No. It's just gonna be cute, I think. I'm not sure. Oh. I'm just gonna be so happy. Let's just ignore this, shall we? Woo, okay, let's go. Woo! Like, it's really it's a very full instrumental, actually. Like, there's not a space to relax in here. There's a lot going on. Like, it's like, and it's also like, and it's also like, you know, like, there's a lot. I don't know why I did all of that with my mouth. But there's just a lot going on, so like their vocals are a little bit overshadowed here. It's not too bad, and I won't condemn them for it because, like, sure, sometimes that just is the case, and you kind of want it to be that way. But right here, it's kind of like his voice is a little quiet, at least for me. Okay. And I was thinking about this segment is just fulfilling his Day 6 dream, which I fully am happy for him about. Beep, beep. Oh, that's so cute. Oh, the background vocals too. Oh my god. Oh, let's go. Yeah, it's like, it's very rocky. Like, super rocky. Like, I was thinking about it when I was rewatching all of them, because these are the ones I probably rewatched the most, and it's like, it's very rocky. I think it might have been because, like, it was actually just, like, some of the chorus that was played, so I didn't really experience the full thing, you know? Ah! Let's go. I love the chorus. It's probably gonna be my favorite part of the entire song because, like, it's very much a feel-good song. You know, like, you listen to it and you're just like, oh, let me, you know. Again, I shouldn't be singing because my throat hurts, but I keep doing it because that's just what Circus does to me. But yeah, I really like the vibe of this whole song. It's very nice. Okay, let's slow down. Okay. Don't call me out. Right. It's like very much like that sort of like, I don't want to be obvious. I'm very nervous. I can't control my feelings, but I really like you, and I want you to know that. It's like that kind of song, and I definitely think that like the vocal racha the most have like the vibe that is needed for a love song. You know, like, sure, the whole group can do it and they can do it nicely, but these guys the most are just the voices of a love song because, like, they have such nice and honey like vocals that it's like it just perfectly mixes in. It's perfect. It's very cute though. Never mind. It's so sweet. They're just so sweet. They're so cute. Like, I love their music. Like, even My Universe, like, this feels like kind of like a continuation from My Universe, just from the vibe of this, because I keep forgetting how much there is of My Universe that it's more almost rocky. Like, it definitely has more of the vibe of it, but I really love My Universe a lot, and this feels like a continuation, and I'm really happy about that, you know? Oh, it's cute. You guys are so cute. This is the part they were dancing to. He was freestyling too, but I really like this part. It's very like it feels youthful, but it also feels rocky. It's really lovely. It feels perfectly into the song. Wow, that's really pretty. All right, we've officially reached the end of the MAXIDENT album. That has I've been filming for almost, I think it's been 2 hours at this point. Yeah, like 20-minute album for 2 hours. I think it's 20 minutes. Yeah, it's about 20 minutes. Wow. That was really, really fun. I really enjoyed all the tracks on this one, and you can probably already guess what I'm going to rate this, because it's very apparent if you watch this whole video. Because all the tracks have been really, really nice. Some of them have not been exactly my vibe, but I think all of them really strike high on the Hannah likes meter. So I think this is going to be very well rated. Probably one of my favorites of the year so far. Like I said, like I love Ordinary, but this has such a unique vibe to it too, where everything feels so like you can just like release it as one track, but they also fit really nicely together as well. It's really, really enjoyable, and I think they struck a great balance in between all of the different vibes, the sexiness, the just hardcoreness, the softness. I feel like everything was represented here very well. I am losing my ability to speak right now. I'm so sorry. But yeah, overall, I really enjoyed this album. I think you probably could guess that I would, but I really, really enjoyed this. But yeah, I have a little quick announcement also before I go into my little album rating, which I think you can already understand what it's going to be. But I am going to postpone Music Video Week. It was actually going to be starting today, but I have so much to do with Stray Kids. Like, I think this whole week is just going to be Stray Kids based. And then I'm going to do it next week, because then I'm going to go away on a vacation. Actually, yeah, a week away. It's like less than a week now. It's like 6 days and like 12 hours or something. So I'm going to be away for that half of that week. So I will do Music Video Week next week. So it will be starting on the 17th, I believe. Yeah, the 17th is going to be starting the next Music Video Week. I'm going to make a post about it as well, so you guys know about it. But that's my plan. But yeah, I'm going to go now and do some little stuff with my tablet and write down everything I'm thinking, and I'll be back to tell you my final thoughts about MAXIDENT. And you can probably guess that it's going to be very positive, because I have been saying only positive things throughout this whole review, reaction, listen. Almost. Some things I've said, but not much at all. So, let's dive into our little writing down stuff thing. So, I'll be back in a little bit, but it'll be no time at all for you. So, yeah, I'll see you very, very soon. Alright, I'm back. As you can tell by the lighting, it's a little bit later, although I didn't take too long to do this because I already had my mind set, basically. I just knew immediately that this was going to be great. So, MAXIDENT from Stray Kids got a 5 out of 5, but who could have guessed? Who could have guessed that? I think everyone guessed that, because, again, they're my ultimate group of all time, and I just love the way that they do everything, so I just knew immediately that this was going to be, you know, something I really liked from them. But I'll just read off my little comments to you. So, of course, Case 143, Chill, Give Me Your TMI, Superboard, 3RACHA, Taste, Can't Stop, and Circus, the Korean version. I listened to Circus right as I was writing this review, and I honestly think it was one of the best Korean versions they've done. Usually with Japanese songs that they done a release a Korean version for, I really usually tend to enjoy the Japanese version, but they were both really nice. Like, I couldn't really tell one that was really worse. They both sounded pretty nice. So I'm not really mad at it, you know, I never was, but just like, it's always that I usually tend to actually enjoy the Japanese version more. But it was quite nice. So yeah. I knew I would love it once I sat down, but I was still impressed. I love how they sing, rap, produce, and write. All of that. Just all of it is some of my favorite that I've ever heard / listened to / seen. So I'm just so impressed by them, man. Like, they're very impressive people, I guess you'd say. But they're just very lovable, very down to earth, very just, you can tell how much they mean what they sing about. And I really enjoy that in an artist / group. Yeah, overall an amazing album, and I'll definitely keep listening. It wasn't that surprising though. Of course, like you guys could probably guess immediately that this was going to be pretty highly rated for me. But you know, maybe you still were a little surprised. I'm not sure. Maybe you were. But yeah, that was all of MAXIDENT. I have no time to continue reacting tonight. I mean, I might squeeze something in, but I think everything else is going to have to be tomorrow, man. It just took a while to do this, and I would much rather make sure that I'm good on all my schoolwork than actually, you know, film tonight. So I'm going to get to a bunch of stuff. After this, I have the Idol Human Theater episode. I have all the performances that happened, including the fact. I have all of their actual oh god, yeah, all their actual comeback shows on like Gay and stuff like that. And I am still missing out, I think, a few other things as well. The B original was released, so I have a few things that I still need to get to, and I'll be continuing up with that in the next following week. And like I said, if you didn't catch it, I will not be doing a music video week this week, as you can probably tell, because I'm not going to be releasing one, but I am going to push it forward. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this. I know it was quite a big video, but I still hope that you enjoyed it, and I had a lot of fun. But now I'm going to go eat and try to edit this before I am releasing it in like 4 hours. So let's hope for the best that this goes well. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you had a fun time with me. If you have anything to request from Stray Kids or any other artists, then feel free to do so down below. And yeah, I will see you guys next time. Bye bye, take care, have a great day, and I will see you soon.